Whew! I am back. It's Saturday evening. I just got back from Charlotte. I drove about a 3-hour drive back, so not so bad. Was at the Mad Monster party in Charlotte. See, I still have my Saturday armband on, which I am going to ceremoniously get rid of. Yay, thank you. Went over to some friends last night and spent the night over there, and then drove down to Charlotte to see what could be seen. Now, last year our modeling group had a table there, and we sponsored a modeling contest. This year we did not do that. We had a unfortunate personal circumstance come up with one of our members who could not man this table. So none of us wanted to or felt like we could step into his shoes and run the whole shebang. So we opted just to go as spectators and soak in some of the sights unencumbered by having to man a table. Let me get this light out of the way. I'm just noticing how bad it is. Wanted to go primarily to meet Adam West and Burt Ward, who were signing autographs, and it was not cheap. They definitely command top dollar there, but it's a bucket list thing. I mean, there's some celebrities that you had an impact on you, and as a child that you want to be able to see if you get the opportunity. Like I say, it's the Mad Monster Party is primarily a horror convention. There were a lot of people there from the movie Fright Night. You know, there was umpteen million Leatherfaces and Captain Spaulding's from House of a Thousand Corpses. Sid Haig was there, and it was a big hit. But like I said, I primarily went to see Adam West and Burt Ward, and to get my Blu-ray DVD or Blu-ray box set signed, because this is primarily how I think of them. And it was weird because although I'm sure they've seen the box, they were not familiar with what it looked like inside, especially Burt Ward. He spent a gracious number of minutes just poring over all the contents of the box set, and it's like I'm thinking to myself after a while, it's like, that's nice, Bert, but we got to get going because there's people behind me that want signatures. But it was fun. Of course, no videoing policy was in strict effect for things like that, and I got a couple of shots of atmospherics of what the dealer's room was like and what a couple of the hallways were like, and I'll splice them in after this. But it wasn't something where you could walk around like with a tourist with a camera. So unfortunately, there's not a lot of footage in the room. They did have a full-size Batmobile there. I'm sure it was a fan-made deal. I don't believe that it was from 20th Century Fox or anything official like that. It certainly didn't have any signage saying that it was put there by DC. So I do have some footage of that because that was outside of the hallways, and you could take pictures of that pretty freely. But that means I have a little bit left of Saturday night tonight to work on some kits, and I'll have more tomorrow since I was planning on spending some of Sunday there and decided to come home early. That means I'll actually get some work done on Sunday. But I wanted to show you the pride and joy here. Hold on. This, of course, is the Blu-ray box set, but you'll notice I got a very nice Hulu Adam West on this side, and this was Burt taking over the whole kit and caboodle on the side. Like I said, they were pouring over. Oh, this is how the book turned out, and oh, well, that's nicely packaged, and ooh, cards and a Batmobile. And it was like, guys, didn't you get one? Didn't Warner Brothers send you a copy? But there you can see that again. But mission accomplished. This was what I was going for. So let's get on to the rest of the modeling for the rest of the weekend. And now you'll see some footage shot earlier today.
One right here.
one of these one day.
Did you get a picture of that back in July? A while ago.
Ready to roll out.
Hello, it's Sunday of the continuing weekend. I am out here in the dining room / display area because while I was out of town, a order came in for some vinyl templates. So in order to not have the noise of the vinyl cutter going in the background, I moved out here, which kind of puts a damper on some of the stuff I wanted to do because, like I've always said, filling orders comes first and that takes up that room. I've got the first, I put a coat of white on the Icarus, the sandable primer, and the thing about the white is you have to put a few coats on it to get real coverage. So after that sanded, I put a coat of the filler primer on, which is a light gray, and I think it'll make the next coat of white easier to go down. So I'm letting that dry, and then we will start filling and sanding and filling and sanding. I'm in the repetitive, boring part of this project, filling and sanding, and then we will see how many licks it takes to get to the nice, bright white finishing coats. Okay, here we are for the last bit of Icarusing on the weekend. Got the white sandable primer on it. It's gray now, and you can see where we're just going to start laying on more coats of this primer to build up a finish. Now, I don't want to fall into the trap of trying to put on too heavy of a coat. This is meant to fill light scratches and blah blah blah, but I don't want to put too many coats on, try to rush the effect. So it's going to be many light coats. You can see some damage on that wing that's going to have to be addressed, but this is many light coats before everything is said and done, so that we get to where I can start putting the white finish coats on. You can still see the ugliness that's covering those windows. Not meant to be pretty, just meant to work. And some more light spritzing on here. Oops, that's okay, it's a garbage can. Try to get the camera out of the paint so it doesn't get paint on it. But many coats of this. Like I said, this white doesn't want to cover a lot, at least not at first blush. So I don't want to put too many coats on it. But we'll let that sit outside and dry for a few seconds. It's kind of cold out here today still, so I don't want to leave it out here for too long. Oh, that's it for the weekend. I'm going to button this up and get the video into the processing machine so I can make the video. Been a strange week, an off week. Been my birthday week, which is nice. And hello to all of my relatives who have called to wish me well, and to the people online who also wrote to say happy birthday, and to all of my new subscribers. I welcome you and hope you're getting something out of these videos. And what we're going to do next is continue work on the Icarus. It's to the point where it's really boring. It's coating and sanding and priming and coating and sanding. I wish I had something sexier to show you about that. Working on the hatch solution. Hopefully we'll have something to show on that on the next video. And also the trip to Charlotte this weekend, that kind of ate into the time that I would have been spent building, but it was fun. It was a good trip. Again, not the normal crowd that you usually would hang out with. It's a weird crowd, but it's a fun time, and everybody should go once to see a horror convention. And it was neat to meet Adam West and Burt Ward. That's a lifetime checkbox item. So until next week, when we'll be back at this again, this is Lou saying, go build some models. Bye.